Let's continue here. The City of Johannesburg says it wants to write off about 11.7 billion rand to qualifying ratepayers. The municipality, as the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic in cities has become an active feature of post-coronavirus urban management strategies. The council says the relief program will see qualifying ratepayers receive immediate relief through a 50% debt write-off, following which the other 50% could be written off if certain conditions are met. Well, who exactly will benefit from this initiative? The Joburg Finance MMC is Jolidi Matongo. He joins us tonight. Mr. Matongo, good evening. Let's get straight into it then. Who qualifies for this?
Good evening, Kathy, and good evening to the viewers at home. Those who qualify are those people who, at the end of December 2020, have been owing the city more than 90 days, meaning that if you had not honored your municipal account for a period of more than 90 days as of December 2020, you then qualify technically, but you still have to meet the other requirements. One of the requirements is that your property value should not be more than 1.5 million rands. But secondly, that your joint monthly income as a household should not be more than 22,000 as a start. But even though we have a joint monthly income of more than 22,000, they still qualify, but the percentage of the write-off of the debt then differs, because we don't want that those who earn more will have the same benefit as those who earn less. So, but the basic thing is that if you owe the municipality for more than 90 days as of December 2020, but also your household income is not more than 22,000 rand a month jointly, but thirdly, that your property value is less than 1.5 million, you then qualify, you meet the basic requirements for the debt write-off program of the city, where we are saying, look, if you qualify for the basic qualifying criteria upfront, the write-off 50% of the debt. But going forward, you've got to honor your municipal debt or your current rates and taxes bill that the municipality sends on a monthly basis. You have to pay the religiously for the next period of three years. Once you do that, you don't default at the end of the 3-year period and write off the other percent of the debt that you owe to the city.
Mr. Matongo, unfortunately, the connection to you isn't great, but I'm going to see how much more we'll be able to get out of this interview. So if it's 90 days by the end of 2020, by December 2020, what does this mean for historic debt? So people whose debt has been accumulating over a period of time. And if I'm to even bring a situation like the Soweto electricity situation in, where it has been accumulating for over a period of decades, do residents there also qualify for the write-off?
They certainly do qualify for a write-off in terms of what they owe to the city. What they owe to ESCOM becomes another issue. We have started a process with the national government to ensure that we deal with the situation of the city of Joburg taking over the supply of electricity by city power, because currently O2 is supplied by ESCOM. Areas such as Orange Farm, Pittsburgh, and Ivory Park, some of them are supplied by ESCOM. So we have agreed that let's start a process where the city is responsible for the supply of electricity for all the areas within the city. So in as far as property rates, in as far as rates and taxes, as it relates to services such as water, services such as sanitation and sewer, and all of the other services that we provide, the historic debt is what we are dealing with.
So it applies to rates and taxes for those residents who get their electricity from city power?
It applies to everybody. It applies to those who get their electricity also from ESCOM. Remember, the city supplies you with water. The water comes from Joburg Water. which we buy from rainwater. So if you owe us exorbitant amounts of money in terms of your rates and taxes that you owe to the city, if you have not paid your water bill for the previous 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, they are saying you qualify in terms of the criteria. So it's not only restricted to electricity. So if your electricity supply is supplied by ESCOM, it's a different matter. We will deal with the ESCOM part, but we will entertain you in as far as the property rates are concerned, in as far as water is concerned, in as far as refuse removal is concerned, in as far as sanitation is concerned. All those services that we provide as a city to you, if you owe us, is what we are going to be engaging you on in terms of the debt rehabilitation.
Of course, one of the challenges of this process is that while it may come as a relief to some, there are many residents in the city who are contesting their billing. And in fact, you've had numerous challenges when it comes to correct billing to residents in the city. If that system was working sufficiently, do you think that it would have resulted in some of the non-payments that you're seeing today?
Well, there would be a number of residents who contest the amount of money that we bill them on a monthly basis, but we can put to you on the record that the city on a monthly basis bills not less than 1 million properties across the city. Those who query their bill on a monthly basis is on average about 5% the 1 million bills that we issue on a monthly basis. We continue on a monthly basis to engage those who query their bills. We deal with their queries on a monthly basis. We've got the open days that we organize in the regions where people who are grieved in terms of their bills are encouraged to come and query their bills so that we can look at the bills that we provide and where the city is found to have been wanting in terms of not issuing a correct bill. We correct those and issue the correct bills, and then encourage the residents to have, payment arrangements with the city.
Let's leave it there for tonight. The MMC for Finance in the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Jolie D. Matongo.